Um, it still can burn you a little bit. I had to learn that when you do things, you have there's a difference between a vision and a visionary. Okay, so when you are a visionary, you have to go towards that vision. And most visionaries end up being that other powerful P word called pioneers. So when you are a pioneer, it is their absolute job and duty to steal from you. That is what they are supposed to do. You became a pioneer, you should have the knowledge that they are going to steal from you. They have no choice, you're the pioneer.
Yeah, kick up. Yeah, man, with TT cars. Yeah, Let's go.
Yo, T, this shit crazy, bro.
Nam Ningiti, no please. Locksmith. Ufuna na Miss KLMK. Talk to the kid, let me let you in.
I be heard, that be me. And yes, I'm doing comedy. I be heard, that be me. If you want to battle, I'll set you free.
Are you the I Be Heard warrior?
Yes, I am. I am slaughtering comedy and collecting funny bones. Who cartel are you? Comedy is my sword, and my sword is very sharp. If you do not be careful, I will steal your laughter in the dark.
Hey, Spencer, go get the gas. If you're in Pittsburgh, PA, make sure y'all come tap in the Grind City. You need any content creation done, from music to coming and doing YouTube videos, 20v1s, 10v10s. You want to do a showcase, you want to host any event, come tap in the Grind City, man.
How was your Grind City experience, bro?
Amazing, man. Y'all come tap in the Grind City. I need anything. Studio time, video production, anything, man. Y'all come check Grind City out. What he said.
It's Grind, the Grind City. It's Grind, the Grind City.
Grind City TV, we outside.
It's Grind, the Grind City.
Yeah, man. Hey, had a good time on Grind City TV, man. It was a great experience. Got to get some shit off my chest. Got to get on the stage and rock the mic, you know what I mean? Hey, I had an awesome time, man. Shout out Grind City TV for real, man. Y'all know what it is.
Tap into your energy, hosted by Top G. Tap into your energy, tap into your inner grind, tap into your state of mind, tap into your soul or heart, tap into what made you start. Tap into your energy. Hosted by Top G. Alright, y'all know who it is. It's Top Grinder. Tap into your energy. We got my man, Mr. Eddie Bell Jr., the author of Turning the Table. Very dope book. Very dope book. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity, brother, to go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Oh man, how y'all doing, man? My name Eddie Bell. I mean, the people close to me who know me, man, they call me June. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Philadelphia, South Philadelphia. You know what I mean? I grew up in the down Fifth Street, if you know about the Philadelphia area, whatever the case may be. Now, I mean, grew up down Fifth Street, mom, pop. Yeah, I'm saying my pop. I mean, he lived a little farther off, but I mean, he was present. Siblings, you know what I mean? Average life.
average
growing
life.
up in the inner city, man.
I hear
Nothing
you.
major growing up.
So we see that your background is a little different than most places that I interview people. So real briefly, my audience is going to want to know why we're in this background, why we see this background here. So kind of give them a little history on why we sitting where we sitting right now, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. As you see, my background for sure is a little congested back there, whatever the case may be, man. Unfortunately, now I mean I'm currently incarcerated. Now I mean, so what you're looking at right now is a background of the other individuals in the room on the visits. Now I mean, with their family and their friends or whatever the case may be.
All right, so you wrote this book, and we're gonna jump right into this. It's called Turning the Table. It's so bull. This book's so dope. I bought it twice, and I want to get a couple more copies because when I began to read the book, I didn't realize how ignorant I was to some things when it comes to finances, right? And so, thank you for one. Thank you because when I began to read the book, I was like, oh, I gotta tighten up. And I'm old, like I'm not a young bug, right? So I'm thinking I knew some stuff. And I'm like, wow, I really gotta tighten up. And the book is so encouraging, like, oh, you can do it and you can do it right now. So first of all, thank you for this message. Let's talk about it. First of all, let's talk about the marketing of this book. It's a very simplistic but powerful marketing. You got the green and you got the gold lettering. Let's talk about why you decided to put these particular colors together on this book.
Man, it was highly calculated. I mean, in my opinion, time will tell whether that was a good calculation or wasn't so good of a calculation. So far, it seemed like it was a good one. But like I want something that can attract your attention when you see it. You feel me? Green, it symbolizes money, growth, prosperity, things like that. Then the gold that also follows along with that theme. But I wanted to have it too simple. I ain't want to have it too congested and too much going on. And I've seen different finance books in the past, and like a lot of times, a lot of the covers be super simple. Now, granted, I had like two alternatives where I sent them my picture, and it was me on the cover, posing on the. But I said, no, I ain't gonna do them like, yeah. You know what I mean? I said, no, I ain't gonna do it like that. I mean, once I saw it, John, I said, no, I can't do it like that.
Yeah, we gonna get too greasy on it.
Yeah. I gotta keep it simple. But I really was leaning towards doing that though because I wanted to have a black face on the cover. I wanted to have a incarcerated individual on the cover, so that people can see it and be like, damn, main man in jail and he did this. You feel me?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
To speak for itself.
I think that, that's very interesting. You were incarcerated when you wrote this book. You've been incarcerated for quite some time. And this is a move that people can't seem to get together when they're free. So how did you have the courage and the patience to not only write this book, but self-publish this book, get it out on Amazon, and in the ethers for people like me to go, what is that?
Facts. Man, it definitely was a process and a long time coming. You feel me? Like I tell my folks all the time, man, like I'm incarcerated, but like I'm mentally free that I ever been in my life. You feel me? And I know it sounds kind of cliche, man, but that's like really my reality. You feel me? So like, but I'm in a place where it's like something like that, like publishing a book that's like that shit like an urban legend. You feel me? Like it's like it ain't that common. So it definitely took some introspect, man. It took part of my journey on how I came to publish the book was back, I say 2016, right? One of my uncles had got killed. I mean, whatever the case may be. And it just humbled me and brought me to a reality check. Like, June, like you really all alone in this June. Because I'm calling my family, I'm talking to them, and they grieving, and I'm trying to console them, and then I really hear everybody in the background consoling each other, and it's like I'm sitting here in the cell block next to dudes who, you know what I mean? These
They
dudes
don't care.
can't console me. You feel
Yeah,
me?
they don't
So I
care.
realized, like, damn, like I'm really all alone in this joint. And worst case scenario, I gotta find a way to like be of value to my family. That's how it really started. With me trying to be of value, trying to find a way to add value to my family at first.
Right. Right.
You feel me?
I do.
And
Now what? Now let me ask you this. You know, what's the difference between when you were free, thinking, adding value to your family, to you being incarcerated and thinking, I need to add value to my family? What's the difference between the man?
oh man, it's a major difference. Because when I was free trying to add value, I didn't know I was trying to add value, right? So I was moving on autopilot. I wasn't moving strategically, no plan, no rhyme or reason. It was just like a second by second thing. I really didn't have no vision as to what I was doing, or really knew what I was doing. I was figuring it out as I go. You feel me? So I didn't even understand the concept of adding value, even though that's what I was trying to do, but just in a negative way. But that was the only way I knew. You feel me? But not even the only way I knew. The only way that was more like
Presented to you.
comfortable and convenient for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like. But now being in jail and being away from, like I always get is, because I'm heavy like parable boy, like I like speaking in parables sometimes, right? So I give my folks the example of like, when the police is chasing you, right? You got the cop who on the ground, he in the car behind you chasing you, or he 2 blocks away trying to find you. But then you got the helicopter, you got the pilot in the helicopter, and he's guiding the officer on where to go. Turn north down here, turn south, because he got a wider view. He's more removed from the situation. So over the years of me being incarcerated, I realized I'm removed from society. So I can sit back and see the planes and see what's going on a little bit better than my folks out there, because they live in the day-to-day still. They on autopilot. Everybody out there is on autopilot. You feel me? So you ain't really got time to sit back and read 1,000 books how I can read 1,000 books. You ain't got time to study this and learn this. So I said, all right, well, let me learn this and then drop the game on them. I'll be the pilot in the sky. I can see the map way better than them. All they could do is see the block that they own. You feel me? But with that came, and this is taking me into the journey of actually writing that book. With that came kind of like resistance as well. Because it's like I'm eating this good ass like steak, and I'm like, yo, taste this steak, this joint good. And they like, yo, listen, like we oozing noodles boy, like we ain't like steak. And we don't know you for steak. We don't know you for steak.
I don't trust that steak with you.
Man, you booked me. You talking about steaks and all that? You tripping?
It's lit. The magazine's the shit. Ohio represent, sit. Carolina, BA, we up in this here. You grind, this where you shine, baby. It's gold mines, baby, like age wines, baby. It's our time, baby. It's our time, baby. This grind city, baby. Get this in print. It's coming from the grinder, so you know that you can trust it. Money well spent. Get this in print. It's coming from the grinder, so you know that you can trust it. Money well spent. Read the whole thing for free. www.grindersmagazine.com.
You said in your book something to the effect of if you don't have time to pick up a book, then you don't have time to be in business. That's So I feel like, you know, I appreciate your statement of now you have time. How do you encourage people like myself? I go 247 all the time, and it's like, man, I know I need to change and get money a different way, but I ain't got time. What's your answer to that I ain't got time out here thing? Because you wasn't trying to hear you didn't have time when you had time out here, right? So what's your counter?
Facts. I mean, I think a cheat code for the people out there right now who don't got time, and it's something that I see a lot of people is kind of like trying to shy away from, but I think it should lean into a little bit more. I think we should use these AI tools for their intended purpose, right? So if you don't have time to sit out and write a 10-page brief on something, dump it into the AI, right? It's gonna spit it out to you in 30 seconds now. And then you go through it and you shuffle through and change what need to be changed and edit how it need to be edited, right? That's a tool we could use. But like first and foremost, you gotta get control of your life. Because if you ain't got control of your life, that means something else or somebody else is controlling your life.
Hey, you know, one of my models is self-control is the best control, right? Self-control is the best control because it's going to get greater later. We all want to be in control, but for real, we don't control anything but self. This is the only thing that you really control, right? So, I appreciate everything about this. Let's talk about this money. Let's talk about it because we want to talk about how to get this money. We want to talk about the difference between money, debt. You got passive, you got, liabilities, you got assets. So let's break it down, bro. First of all, tell everybody the difference between good debt and bad debt.
All right, listen, man, like, it's nothing wrong with debt. You know what I mean? We raise it like the people in our environments, in our type of environments, the inner cities, the impoverished environments, man, we raised to like shy away from the debt. You don't want to be in debt. Get your credit cards and cut it up, but like we ain't really understanding what the debt is and what it's for. You feel me? So like a good debt versus a bad debt, man. Like a good debt is anything that you pay for and somebody else is paying your debt off for you, right? So if you using your debt to go and buy some real estate, matter of fact, let me back it up. We ain't even got to jump as far as real estate. You using your debt to get an auto loan, right? And you taking that car, and I'm pretty sure everybody or most of the people that rented a car off a Toro before. All right, so Toro is nothing more than a platform that's bringing together a person who's trying to rent their car with a person who's trying to rent a car, right? So now the common Joe can take their car and rent it out, right? So, all right, cool. So I'm gonna finance a car. I'm in debt. How old is money? That's on me. But I'm gonna take that car and I'm gonna put it on Toro and rent it out. Now the people renting my car from me is paying off my car note, paying off my insurance. They're paying my debt back for me, and I'm walking away with a profit. That's good debt. I'll take that debt any day. So walk away with some profit in your pocket and the car. Why wouldn't you take that debt? Right? Now, the bad debt would be me going to go buy a Gucci bag or 50 boxes of pizza with the joint. I'm going to eat the pizza, shit it out. It ain't do nothing but just cost me money. I'm stuck paying that debt back myself out my own pocket. And that's what a lot of our debt be. Coming from our backgrounds, a lot of our debt be the debt that we're stuck with paying back ourselves. So we trying to transition into using the debt and getting the good debt, the debt that somebody else is paying back for you. Right? So another example would be a mortgage, but not on this, not on a 4-bedroom house where you living at. We talking about going to go mortgage a 4-unit apartment building, and you can live in one unit and rent the other 3 units out. Now, when your mortgage is due, your tenants is paying your mortgage for you, and you walking away with a profit. That's examples of good debt.
So, brilliant. Brilliant. I love it. And you know, I think with us, a lot of us don't have the self-esteem to think that we can buy a 4-bedroom, a 4-unit apartment building, right? So a lot of this has to start working with the self-worth. Like, you are worthy, right? You're worthy of having good debt. Let's talk about things that can help or hurt you. Things like personal loans. Say like you have $15,000 in debt. Would it benefit you to get a personal loan to pay that down, or just continue to work on those payments as you go and get it down yourself? Which one is more beneficial?
See, it's multiple avenues you could go, right? Because there's no one size fits all. So you gotta tailor everything to your personal pain and things like that, and the climate at the time. So let's just say you in $10,000-15,000 in credit card debt, right? So we know credit cards got like some of the highest interest rates, right? So if you in $10,000-15,000 in credit card debt and you trying to pay that down, I think it would behoove you. Like, I think it would be in your best interest to go ahead and get a personal loan to pay off your credit card debt and leave yourself to pay off your personal loan at a lower interest rate, right? And you got a set payment plan every month, and you're not incurring more interest on that debt. Because with a credit card debt, the more you let that thing roll over, the more interest is paying back, and it's just piling up to the roof. And then you look up and you
can't seem to never get it down. Because
you
the interest rate,
get it down.
If you pay the minimum, you're never getting it down. That makes sense. Okay, so now let me ask you this: when you pay off, I know you want to be intelligent enough not to use the credit cards once you pay them off. But when you pay them off with a personal loan, or to keep those accounts open, right? Not close them. Because I don't think people understand that. We want to keep those credit cards open because that's saying to them, if I'm getting this right, people are giving you the benefit of the doubt that they will loan you money. And so if you keep those accounts open, that gives you more opportunities, correct?
Facts. You on point. All right, so what we got to understand is like how I allude to in my book, right? That the way your credit score is calculated, right? I believe it's 15% of your credit score is your that's your credit history, right?
All right, so 15% credit history. All right, let's go for the top. We got 35% payment history, 30% amount owed, 15% length of credit history, and then your 10% and 10% of new credit and type of credit.
Right. So you look at that 15%, right? Your length of credit history. You need that. You want that. So when some people give you the advice of like, man, when you get them Jones, man, when you pay it off, shut it down. But when you shut it down, you're lowering your length of credit history. So you might have went from 5 years or 10 years of credit history. Now, if you was at 10, you might have went down to 8 years or 7 years or 5 years of credit history now, which is going to drop your credit score. Even though you paid it off and everything, but you need those joints open. And why wouldn't you want to have access to that capital? Right? Because you want to try to have you want to have access to as much capital as you can so you can run as many plays as you want. Right? If you using it properly. So if I got $20,000 in credit card debt and I still never miss payments or whatever case may be, or even if you did miss payments, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We get
you said we starting from the day. You said we starting from the day. So we start from today.
Right. We starting from now on. We ain't talking about nothing that happened in the past. You know what I mean? But But I got a mechanism for that too. We'll get into that too though. But you pay down your credit cards. You get that personal loan for a lower interest rate, and you pay off your credit cards, and you keep them things open, and you still use them here and there, and you keeping it below 30% of your total credit limit. Right, and you don't shut them Jones down. Don't turn them off. You need them. At a minimum, you want like 5 credit cards rolling.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can always request an increase, and you want.
And that's the thing. The less you use them, the more they'll give you. They'll give you more money because they want you. They want to suck you in.
Facts.
So they'll give you 5 cards. I'm writing notes, bro. I'm taking notes, bro. You just said. I just have to tell you. We got 2 authors here. You know what I'm saying? I wrote a book too, so we got 2 authors out this month. We up here playing chess, baby. We playing chess. I love it.
Ain't no doubt.
You're such an inspiration, brother, and thank you again for even granting this to me. You guys, you have to go buy this book. We're not going to get to every topic in this book, but you can see it's a quick read, but it's an in-depth read, right? You can go through it all fast if you want to, but you're going to have to come back. You're going to have to keep reading that one. Like his is called Turning the Table. I'm going to do a shameless plug. Mine is called The Building Process, and mine talks about how you build a company in the community, how you go outside and do things like that. So you need this in order to do that. Period. Right? Period.
Fact.
So I mean, tag team, baby. We're gonna tag team them. Let's talk about budgeting, because I think a lot of people don't understand that budgeting is your financial plan, whether it be for the month, the week, or years coming. How important is it to have a budget, and how does a budget really work?
I mean, a budget is pivotal. That's one of the top things to have, man. Like, but when people hear budgeting, man, they hear restrictions. You feel me? But like, don't think of budgeting as a restriction. Like, think of it as a plan for your money. This is my plan for my money when I get it. This is how I'm going to treat and control my money. Because once again, if you're not controlling your money, somebody else's is. Right? How? How can somebody else control my money? All right, rent man, he want his money. Clothes man, he want his money. Food man, he want his money. Debt man, he want his money. So as soon as your check come in, you done worked all them hours just to pay other people.
Yeah.
Right? So we gotta control our money before we give it away to everybody. Tax man take their money from the rip.
Up top.
You working a 9 to 5. They take their money before you even see it. You know what I'm saying? So like, you for sure you want a budget, man, and you want to pay yourself first. Pay yourself first, man, because you put yourself under the gun. Right? You take whatever money you allot into yourself. Like in the book, I speak about taking 10% of everything you earn and pay yourself first. I don't give a damn who you owe and what you owe and what bills need to get paid. You pay yourself first, because this is how you start to work towards building wealth. Because if you ain't taking the time to pay yourself first, then you don't got what it takes to get ahead. You won't have enough. You're going to keep running in that circle. You feel what I'm saying? So you taking 10% of everything you get and you putting it in a tuck. Boom. And you're going to start seeing your wealth built immediately. And then you budgeting everything out. You're planning your money. This is going to go here. This is going to go here. Which is going to take it's going to take some time to put some work in. Because you got to sit down and plan out, how much do I bring in a month? What's my expenses? Where do I spend my money? Because you ever got some money and then you look up next week and you're thinking, where the hell my money go?
Gone.
Where the hell my money go at?
Gone. It's gone.
Everybody else know where your money at.
Everybody got some of your money but you. Everybody got some money but you.
So when you start budgeting, man, you gonna know exactly where your money. You gonna know exactly how much you spend on food this month. You gonna know exactly how much you spend on toiletries. You gonna know exactly how much you spend here, how much you spend there. You got certain accounts moving for certain things, which is gonna take initial work to set everything up, to list everything. And once you do that initial work, it's gonna flow. It's
Let me ask you this. Let's talk about people whose income is inconsistent every month. And you have people who get the same amount of money and know what they're gonna have. They got a job or whatever. And then you got people like who are entrepreneurs whose money might fluctuate every month. How do you stick to a budget when you're not sure all the time how much money you're gonna get?
So you do it by percentages. That's how I have it in the book. I didn't give a exact number, right? So my budgeting plan in the book is 10% you pay yourself, right? 70% is what you're going to live off. This is your means. You're going to stay within your means, right? So 70% of whatever you make is what you live off of. And then 20%, you're going to use that to pay off your debts, right? And then I mentioned in there, if you find that your 70% is too small for you to live off of, then you got to do one or two things.
Change
right?
how you living.
Because you
got to change how you living. You're living beyond your means.
Or bring in more money. Right.
Or bring in more money.
Because you can create revenue from within by lowering your expenses. And a lot of times we live outside our means, man.
Hey, we like to be comfortable. Let's talk about, comfort to kill you. Somebody said to me, you got to learn how to be uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I couldn't stand it when she first said it to me, and I was like, "Oh shit, I know what that means." Thank you. Let's talk about secure and unsecured credit cards and what is the difference.
Okay. So you ever tried to apply for a credit card and they denied your ass?
Yeah, yesterday. I want a Discover card so bad. I want a prepaid card. I want a real one.
So that's an unsecured credit card, man. That's when you say, yo, listen, my name Top G. What's up? Front me some work, right? Because I always explain to people in street terms, because a lot of people I deal with here is they come from the streets, right? Yeah. So you go into the Connect and you say, damn, what's up? Front me some work. And they like, no. You know what I mean? We don't know you.
You're not credible.
You know what I mean? Who is you? You ain't credible yet. Well, what's your history? Who you work with? Who you got funded from? You feel me? So an unsecured card, man, is when you go into Discovery, you go into Capital One, you go into Chase, and you say, let me get a credit card with a limit or whatever. And they said, no, because your credit rating is too low, right? The secured credit card is when you come in saying, here go $200, here go $500 or whatever, give me a line of credit.
So which one is better?
I mean, better, or just how I put it. Sometimes you gotta go through sometimes you gotta get a secured credit card to even qualify for a unsecured credit card, right? Yeah. So when your credit is non-existent or your credit is kind of shaky, like how I started off, right? I ain't had, my credit was shot for I did a little credit repair thing. Did it myself because I was learning that game, and I got some stuff removed, so I started from the bottom. But I didn't have no credit history no more now, right? So I had to get a secured credit card. So I paid them $200 for a secured credit card. That's exactly how I started. So they gave me a line of credit for $200, and I'm using it, and I'm building my credit. Now, some people will say, why the hell would I pay them to use my own money? But you're really paying them to build your credit, because your credit is more important than that cash. You feel me? Yep. So you're paying them to build your credit, and you get the $200 back at the end once you close the account, or once they switch you over, because you establish yourself, right? So with the credit thing, it's about establishing yourself. So I come and say, let me get an unsecured joint. They said, no, you don't qualify. I say, all right, well, here go this money. Give me a secured credit card. Because I'm using my $200 just in case I don't pay you back. I give you my $200, right? Yep. So they say, all right, cool. Now you using it and you working it, and you're building the history of using credit. So after about 6 months, they're going to say, all right, listen, take your $200 back, and we're going to give you a unsecured line of credit for $200. And then you can start building your thing from there.
Brother, I think everyone needs to buy this book. Let's talk about how you were able to self-publish from prison. I want to make sure that everyone who watches this gets inspired, not just about credit, but you as a man, you as an individual that said, you know what, I'm not going to let this situation depress me to the point where I don't move. You continue to grow and move. So tell me how you were able to self-publish from jail, what were the obstacles, and how you overcame them.
I mean, that shit was hard. But it definitely took motivation and dedication, right? It took, I don't know where I got it from, man. I just got the drive, man. The drive, the tenacity, man, to try, the audaciousness. You hear me? Like you gotta be audacious to even, like, this nigga got the audacity.
How dare he?
Situation. Yeah.
How dare he?
Right? So I'm just like, all right, how do I figure this out? And I'm vicious, jump on the phone, and I use my 15 minutes on the phone because I only get 15 minutes on the phone. I use it as wisely as possible. And it burns my folks out sometimes. I get it. Because I'm vicious. Google this. Look this up. What's this? They like, oh my God, nigga, you trying? I'm like, yo, no, I'm on something. Chill. Go on Amazon. How you publish this? Then I'm reading the books. I'm going to the library. They got books on publishing, self-publishing, going with a publishing company. And I see that Amazon is like one of the most like valuable lanes to jump on. You
absolutely, yeah. I self-publish through them as well, so it can be done. Yeah.
To marketplaces worldwide. So then I'm Googling that. Print that up for me. Send that to me. And I just learned about it like on paper. And then I just tried it. I built the parachute.
Say that again.
As I was falling.
I just tried it.
I did it because there's only so much I can read before I'm like, oh man, I want to do that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I'm going to do that shit. Right? And regardless of my restrictions, regardless of the frustration that was building with my loved ones because of it, regardless of my stresses because things might not work right away and something that might take you 30 minutes to do out there would take me 30 days to get done here.
Yeah.
I was pushing through. So I learned about Amazon. I learned about, all right, you guys set up the account. Right. All right. So once I set up my Amazon account, get my manuscript and get it edited. So I went on Fiverr.com, right? And my family be like, yo, how the hell you be knowing about this shit? But I try to stay current with things. I love commercials now.
Yeah.
Because it's
feeding me information. They showing you what's going on out here. That's right.
These is business and companies promoting their products. Oh, damn. Go on Fiverr.com. I found the editor. I wound up having a Zoom meeting with her. She's in Nigeria. I was like so elated that I even shrunk
touch
the world
that part
like
of the world like that. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
I got with her, man. She edited the book. I got with a graphic design on Fiverr as well. Right? And I ain't had no blueprint for this joint. Ain't nobody give me the game. So I'm giving y'all the game. Went on Fiverr.com. I found the editor, a couple $100. I found the graphic designer, a couple $100. I employed them. I gave them the work. They delivered. Right? And I put it together and I got my folks. All right. Then we went copywriter. All online. The power of the internet. Yeah. I'm doing this from in jail.
So can nobody say they can't do something? How has the response?
Me personally, I don't take those excuses.
I read that. You say ain't no excuse. I felt like, well, damn, Dad. Listen here, Dad. I do have an excuse. No, ain't no excuse. All right, brother.
Yeah.
So how has the response to your book been in prison and outside of prison?
Oh man, shockingly, man, the responses has been like great. You feel me? To the point where I tell some people like, no, man, like keep it real with me, man. How was it? I got thick skin. I mean, you ain't. They like, no, bro, like that joint solid.
Yeah.
This is on the streets and in here.
Yeah.
And in here, you know, I'm with the killers, gorillas, drug dealers, and all that.
Yeah, you with some money minds
so
in there.
I got 6'3", 370, and I'm like, bro, no, tell me what it is. And they're like, no, my dude, like this joint, like really a banger, because this is something that we ain't really taught in the environments we coming from. We ain't taught this stuff.
Well, I want to run out of time before we close the show properly. So first of all, I want to know if you got shout outs for anybody, you want to send love to somebody. Here's your time, send it.
Oh man, first and foremost, man, I want to shout out to my wife Sharina, man. She hold me down, man. She lift me up, she motivate me, man. I want to shout out to my man Mike. I mean, from the Vibes podcast. I mean, he a good dude. That's my guy. Now I want to shout out.
Oh, you froze. Dang it. Oh, they killing me with the freeze. The freeze. Freeze is serious.
That part as well.
Go back to Mike. You froze up. Go back to Mike.
All right. Now, I'm going to run it back to Mike, man. Shout out to Mike, man, from the Vibes podcast. Shout out to everybody that helped me along this journey, everybody that been there for me. Also, shout out to everybody who didn't help me and didn't been there for me. I got to mention it. And I promise you, I hold no grudge, because I understand it's hard out there. And life be life. You feel me? But regardless of that, we got to keep pushing. Shout out to my Uncle Charles, man. I took the time out to come with y'all, man. My uncle in the coma right now, man. And it ain't looking too good for him. And just like my pop, so I gotta shout him out. And I just want to let the people know, man, like we working in the community, man. We doing book drives. We trying to get the information out there. It's not just about getting sales, man. It's about getting the information out there. So even if you don't read it, even if you can't read, grab it and get somebody to read it to you. Order a copy for your mom, your aunt, your cousin, to uplift the people, man. I got a credit repair workshop that I'm trying to do in September, and it's free for the people.
Weird. How can people get involved with that? How can somebody get involved with that? Because I definitely would love to be a part of that, right?
Listen, right now, man, you can follow me on Instagram at The Ball June, TheBuljune. I'm gonna post a flyer in there soon, man. I was gonna have it in person. That's my goal for that way I can bring people together to network. But my venue space just fell through, so now I might gotta try to do it like online and on the Zoom joint. You feel me? But I really wanted people to come together so they can network. Because the people, you know what I'm saying, we come together for the party and the bullshit. We have fun, drink, smoke. Then we leave with no real benefit. I wanted people to come together for a different purpose and network with each other. And you might be surprised that your cousin who you never knew got a connection to what you always wanted to do in the first place. You feel me? But for sure, I'm going to let you know when that's popping off. I'm going to let your people know when it's popping off. They can follow me on Instagram at The Ball June.
Hey, brother, I want to salute you. Thank you so much. This has been incredible. I'm going to make sure it recorded properly. If it did, it'll go out on Tuesday. We'll stream it live on Tuesday. I already made the flyer. I think you're frozen on me right now, but thank you for everything. I salute you. This is Tap Your Energy. We definitely tap the energy of Mr. Eddie Bell Jr. And man, turning the table. Find this on Amazon. Get your copy. And while you at it, get this done too. They both on Amazon. We got two authors, brilliant minds out here. This one here going to save your financial life. All you got to do is read it and apply it. Hey, thank you so much again, brother. Peace and love. I trust you enjoyed this. This is awesome,
man. Shout out to Top G, man. She doing this for y'all, man. World Rap, man. Salute, man.
Tap into your energy, hosted by Top G. Tap into your energy, tap into your inner grind, tap into your state of mind, tap into your solar heart, tap into what made you start. Tap into your energy. Hosted by Top G.